Good evening, one and all, and welcome to your midweek edition of the 1927 Club. I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Rhys David Evans. Good evening, sir. How the devil are you?
Not bad. Bit sore in the gym this evening, so nice big workout. Just feeling the effects now, though.
Get it done, bud. Get it done. Exactly. It's always better once you've done it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Not that I've done it for a while. I can't get my lazy ass off the settee to get down there, but I'll get back into it soon. So, obviously, no games to we didn't play last night, obviously, with the international break now. And there's no game to look forward to this weekend. So, I think we're kind of governed by questions from you guys in the chat this evening. We've got a couple of things we wanted to talk over, and probably has been mentioned on previous shows with other hosts and things, but you can never talk too much Cardiff, can we? Exactly.
It's the only thing we all love, isn't it? So
yes. And I think I put my little thing on the status here saying when is the international break over. It's just I have got into it a lot more since Bellamy's taken over, but it's still not the same as getting excited on match day to get down and support the Bluebirds on a match day, is it?
And I don't mind international tournaments, World Cups, Euros. I'd love them, but it's the mid-season breaks all the time, isn't it? There's one this month now. There's one at the start of October. I think, is there one in November as well? It's just ridiculous the amount of international breaks there. Just play them have one small window and play all games in that. So you can get back to the season then.
Yeah, and it's kind of... I didn't want the break to come, really, to be honest, after the run we've been on. But after listening to BBM and he's got plans to work on power and strength, the guys in the gym and things, I'm kind of glad we have got that break now. I think we mentioned it on Saturday, didn't we? I've never heard a manager talk about, the plans, what they're going to do with the squad, during international breaks. So it was nice to hear it come from BBM, that he's got a plan and the structure in place, for those who are not going on international duty.
Yeah, and again, I think we've played the same 11 as well now, the last 2-3 games. So obviously tired legs. Turnbull was out injured. It's a chance for him to get back to match fitness. Robertson was out injured. Chance for him to get up. Callum Robinson doesn't look quite that yet, so it's a chance for him to catch up with fitness. Kellerman has just come back from an injury, so he's nursing his recovery. So it's just a good chance for us to get players back on the pitch and in the grass.
Yeah, definitely. It was a question I asked, and some people might have obviously tuned into the member show last night. It was a question I asked Evan last night on there regarding Kellyman. Are you concerned at all at the fact that he's coming back from injury? Does it gives me a little bit of nightmares and what's the word I'm looking for? Deja vu, going back to last season when we signed a couple of players last season in the summer, and it took a couple of months to get match fit, didn't it? Like El Ghazi, I don't think he ever got match fit in the end, bless him. But I just hope, we haven't got to wait 6-8 weeks now for him to actually get on the pitch type of thing.
It's a tricky one. I think we're lucky in some regards because Willock has come to life now in BBM side, and it's just a great option to have. I think I read online apparently his injuries are more a case of is growing into his body, but like Ruben was the last few years. We struggled with injuries because of that. So hopefully, though, it's just a case of it takes him a week or two on the bench, coming on his impact sub before he's fit to start. And again, it's I know Chelsea got a recall clause, I think they have for January. But again, it's a good thing for us because if it shows we are playing them, developing them, big clubs are going to keep the youngsters coming to us. I mean, we're going to be first choice for a lot of these youngsters coming. Yeah. So I don't mind if he's injured, takes a little bit of time to get back. It's just good to have something like that in the training ground, pushing the other players on as well.
Yeah, no, happy days. Let's dip into the chat. I will dip in and out as we go, guys, so bear with us. Lewis Watts, good evening, my friend. He asked a question as well. Evening, lads. What's your thoughts on the next 3 games? Tough games, but if we win all 3, surely we can start to believe. Are you not believing already, Lou? But what's next up? That's Stockport. It's Stockport, Bradford.
Yes. So it's Stockport, Exeter in the Virtue Cup, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it's Bradford home, Burnley away in the cup, and then Wigan away in the league. So Stockport, Bradford and Wigan, really. In the league.
Yeah, big 3 games, obviously, with 2 of them away from home. Stockport were fancied at the beginning of the season, weren't they?
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the results, but I think they're up there or thereabouts at the moment.
Yeah, they got a cracking player, Oliver Norwood. I say to say, I think the last 2 years we should have gone for him. But it's brilliant, to be fair to him. Set piece specialist. But again, there's no easy games in this league, is there? I mean, Plymouth can be bottom now next in 2 weeks' time. They could beat second place in the league, or we could smash Bradford and lose to bottom. This league is just like the championship. Everyone could beat anyone. I just think with the form we're on, the youngsters, the energy we got, we shouldn't fear anyone.
No, definitely not. And after that Port Vale game, I know they say you learn more from losing a game than actually winning a game. And I think we learned so much from that Port Vale away. Obviously, first away game in League One. Darren Moore, I know you're a fan of Darren Moore and what he's done. But we were lucky to come away from that. And I think we've learned a hell of a lot from that, which have obviously helped us go into, the games after. So, like you said, I think on paper, we'd probably be favourites for most games we'll play. But, you've always got that element. It's football. Anything can happen.
But it's one of those as well. They always say that the best sides, if you can't win a game, just don't lose it. And again, you see that you get a draw to Port Vale. It's a draw. You then come up against Luton, Plymouth, and you're probably saying that's the 2 toughest tests we can have this season. I get Luton. Now, it wasn't the best. We beat them 1-0, brilliant, 3 points. But Plymouth, we took them apart. I mean, that's... It's not... Again, if you can get yourself up for them games, right, where people are telling you this is your toughest challenge and you couldn't do that, again, there'd be no fear. Everyone's be thinking... Every team's coming to us thinking, if we can get a draw at Cardiff, it's a result for them. Every team comes to you, we're thinking we should beat these. And again, that mentality is from the stands, on the pitch. The players are going to be up for it, so...
Yeah, agreed, but I think your buddy's watching. Millwall fan, that's a flag. You've got to explain that to the guys now.
Yeah, he bought me this back from Spain. It's got all the Celtic nations on it. So Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Isle of Man, Cornwall, all of them on there, to be fair. So I said I'd check it on there, and the Welsh flag is in there, front and centre.
Halftime Oranges, good evening. Squad tinkering worries me. When things are right, I believe you are in the right to be in the matchday squad. It shouldn't come from past reputation or valuation. Don't spoil the broth. What I like about BBM is the fact that he says it's not just performances on the pitch on a Saturday or a Tuesday. He's looking at how the guys perform in training through the week as well. Is there a comment that's funnier further down?
Yeah, I just seen one now. Carry on, sorry, go on.
But yeah, I just really like his thinking around selection. I wouldn't say I've been worried too much about tinkering at the moment. I think I'm fairly confident and happy with, how he's picked the sides, to be fair.
I don't think we've done much tinkering, really. I mean, obviously Tara's injured. See, Isaac Davis is getting minutes. He's been managed for minutes and stuff. I think it'll be the same sort of lineup. I think Oshaw's got to work his way into the side. I don't think he'll be starting. He'll probably on the bench now, he will. And he'll have to prove himself, and rightly so. Same with Kellerman. I don't think he guarantees a start.
No.
But it's just good to have competition for some of the youngsters, because it's going to push them to be better, do you know what I mean? So if, and it'll help them as well. I mean, if Oshaw's been then done it in the Premier League and stuff, working with Dylan Lawler or working with Wintle, you've got to learn things from him, do you know what I mean? So it's good to have quality in and around the team.
Yeah, agreed. Howell says, when we win the World Cup, these international breaks will be worth it. JT Kellyman has been back in training for the last 2 weeks at Chelsea.
Brilliant.
Steve says, where is the link for the member site, please, lads? No links on Cardiff City World. So if we go on the Cardiff City World on YouTube, you can join via YouTube. All the information is going across the bottom of the screen, Steve. Otherwise, you can scan the QR code in the corner. That'll take you to the Patreon site that you can join as a member that way as well. Scan the QR code and follow the information on the screen. You can join that way as well. But go on the Cardiff City World YouTube, and you can join as a member there. any problems, get in touch with me, Reese, or Sai, or Rob, or Evan, Aaron, and we'll do all we can to help and support you, buddy. But we do value all our members. It really does help. Sai, keep producing content 7 days a week for you guys. Jonathan Howell says, so pleased for Joel. Don't think it will be long before we have the majority in the Welsh first team. So, yeah, I think before we come on live, I said I wanted to mention the Caldwell brothers then, shall we say. I'm really pleased for Joel. You heard a couple of things regarding Ruben about him picking up an injury. I didn't think he looked as if he was injured coming off the field Saturday. If anything, I thought Joel was limping a little bit, if I'm honest. I just don't think something's not quite right there for me. I don't know what it is. Something's gone on, or words have been said, and I just don't think, something's not sitting right for me. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. It's my opinion, that is, and my opinion only. So it'd be interesting to see what other people think.
It's strange because Bellamy was his coach when he's at under 18's manager, wasn't he? So he's either worked with Ruben all the time. So I don't understand what his thing is, unless he's thinking I don't want to play with a 10, and therefore I don't see him on the wing, maybe, or I don't get it though. Look, if I was Ruben, I just get my head down now and keep doing it for Cardiff, keep turning up in League One, and if he comes calling, you've got a choice then. You can say, nah, you know what, you didn't want me before, or get up there and win the caps. It's up to him, but I don't understand why he's not getting picked. Again, he said I want to see him more consistent, or doing more consistent. But he's picking people and not playing at all. So
yeah, that's what kind of has thrown me, really, to be honest. He's kind of shooting himself in the foot by the statement he's made regarding Ruben, and then picking, like you said, players who are not playing regular football for their club. So it's strange, but it is what it is. Reese might have an idea. I don't really look at transfers and free agents. Any decent free agents about, mate, at the moment?
I'm not. They're mostly like not League Two, ex-League Two players. I can't remember they call it Pro something. Is it Pro League or something? They do like these game week trial games, they're called. And if you're a professional footballer, you can sign up and feature in it, and scouts go and watch you. So there's players like ex-Wrexham player Anthony Ford is on there. Ex-Newcastle player Ronald Aaron Ronald. Is there probably going to be a few bigger names knocking about? You'll see some go on trial, probably down to a few clubs, but I don't know. It depends what the manager's looking for. The manager might be happy with certain areas and doesn't want other areas, but
yeah, no, agreed. Paul says, if Kellyman was older, like 28, I'd be worried because older players take longer to get back to fitness. He's 19, 20. BBM, to be fair, is good with players who have injuries. Isaac Davis is one. Yeah, fair comment, Paul. Good evening, buddy. Irish contingent is in. Jeff watched Stockport last night. They are hoof ballers. So I'm guessing they played in that Virtue Cup or whatever it's called last night.
Yeah, I see there was a few games on. I didn't realise at the time, but I think I checked it this morning. There was a few games last night. I'm surprised, but
it'd be interesting to see if the likes of Stockport, how serious they take it. And a question, obviously, I can throw at you then. How serious do you think BBM is going to take that cup competition? Because it is another route to Wembley, potentially another trophy that we could potentially be going to celebrate your birthday. In April. So do you think he takes it serious? Do you think he gives some of the under-21s boys who perhaps haven't featured in the first team yet, who have the ability to make that step up, a go, do you think?
I would have said yes, but seeing that he's put a lot of the first team players in the cup, the League Cup so far, I think he'll take it serious. I think he'll try to win it. And again, the best managers want to win everything today. You want to keep momentum going. You want to keep that feeling going. So I think it'll be a mixture, like the League Cup first round, second round, it'll be a mixture of first team footballers and some of the youngsters. A bit of squad rotation. But it's a great chance for like those on the bench who are not playing, starting the league to get some minutes. I mean, so I'd love us to win it. Again, it's one of those things as well where even a cup run in a competition like this is still money in the club. You get to Wembley, you sell out 40,000 tickets, that's still money for the club. So I hope they take it serious.
Yeah, agreed. JT says every club has a recall option in January for loans. We've called enough back over the years in January. I don't think that's right.
No, so you can put them in there. Some clubs don't have it. Like I think Chelsea recalled a player from Sunderland. 10 days after he signed. Mark, I can't think his name now. But they've had to pay a massive fine for it. They have or a fee. So unless you put a clause in for a recall, it's not automatically one. It's not. We just normally have one for youngsters as well because they don't play enough. So
I'm guessing this is the comment you was laughing about earlier. He said he'd kiss me on my hot mouth for it.
I see him trying to bench press earlier. I'm safe.
Graham says, any idea what the Colwell injury is? All I've heard, mate, is that they asked him to be called up and he told him that he picked up a niggle after the game on the weekend. So as far as I'm aware, that's all I know, really, to be honest. Nothing else have come out at the moment. So I can't elaborate any more on that at the moment. Mark Cox says, am I the only one who hates the international breaks? No, you're not on your own, buddy. I think myself and Reese are right behind you there. Lewis Watts was looking at the team that started the other day. We now have 7 subs for Turner, NG, Osho, Chambers, Turnbull, Robertson, Kellyman, Isaac, Mafiko, and Nayakawa. That's 10. 3 will miss out every week. Who do you think misses out? I was looking at the team that started the other day.
You can only have 7 subs on the bench, you can, but we've got 10 players, so who doesn't make the bench? Well, I think obviously you'll have a keeper on the bench. There's one gone, so you've got 6 left.
I suppose it's difficult, and it'll all depend on, the type of side we're playing, the type of football he wants to play, and at the moment is why change anything? Why try and fix something that's not broke? Really, we kind of doing really well at the moment. I think it'll depend on injuries, if anybody picks up any niggles or tired and things like that. But yeah, it's a different one. I don't think we'll probably see Kellyman probably for maybe 2 or 3 games, perhaps. I think that you'll probably get him up to speed. Still haven't heard anything on Robertson, if I'm completely honest. I would imagine Turnbull will be ready to come back into the squad now after the international break. I do think Chambers is going to struggle to get in any match day squad now, to be honest, especially with the signing of Gabriel Osho. It's going to be interesting as well to see where he fits into the side.
But this is what I said too. That's why I don't agree with players picking the captain, because now even if he does struggle to make the bench now, right? The club captain is no one in the first team. Do you mean? I just don't agree with that. I would have thought
fair play to BBM. He's not afraid not to pick him, is he?
I totally agree with that. Fair play to him. It takes a lot of confidence that. But I would have thought with the players brought in, they would have moved him out or tried to move him out at least for the window closed. I don't know if he wants to keep him for right back cover and have Edgy as left back cover. I don't know, but it just seems odd to keep them in there now if you've signed another defender anyway.
Yeah. I wanted to talk a little bit about the transfer window and what your thoughts were on it. This question from Halftime Oranges. I guess we can be thankful that we didn't lose any players in the window and grateful that we really didn't need anyone desperately. So obviously, through the transfer window, we've brought in 4 players, if you count that young Manchester United defender who's gone to initially sign for the 21s, I think. But I've heard a couple of good things about him. Whether or not he's one of the ones that may push to play in the Virtue Cup and things, I'm not too sure. But obviously, he's going to be a decent player to have come through and be playing for Man United under 21. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. But what was your overall thought? Obviously, we lost a lot of older players or more experienced players during the summer. Was you expecting more to come in, or are you happy with what has come in?
I think my attitude has changed a bit as well, because I was gutted to see Rolls go in. I felt it was the right time for Rolls to go with his legs. I thought we needed to keep his leadership though. I was gutted to see Rinamoto go. I thought he would have offered something. But seeing how BBM plays, I can understand why they've gone. Because I don't think they would have suited this football. I thought one or two more would have gone. It is right, though. We weren't desperate for any position. We're not actually desperate for anything. I think the fact he's willing to dip into the youth team as well, and we've got quality there, makes it easier. I would have thought we'd had to cover for left back. I think that's the one area I would have looked at. But then, if you think you got NG, you could cover left back if needed. Louis Giles can cover left back.
Ronnie and Capaccio moved over there to win games, didn't he?
Exactly, and again, last Saturday playing Math, he wins a midfield as well, so he can cover a variety of positions. So I don't think we actually needed a lot. We've reduced the salary and the outgoings of the club now. I think we can cut back a bit further, but it's a good building block, this is, because now you've got a chance now to get youngsters some game time and stuff. And come January, if you need something, you can bring it in January. And don't forget, you can also sign players now who are out of contract before the window closed, so you still got a chance to strengthen if you need to. So it's not all done and dusted, so to speak.
Yeah. Macanish says, does Chambers now become Wintel's backup with Osho in the door? I think he'll struggle there as well, to be honest. The way Wintel's playing at the moment, he's the type of player who's not going to set the world alight. Don't get me wrong, he scored a screamer on the weekend. And I was really happy and pleased for him. He scored that goal. I think we've said numerous times we didn't expect to see him in a Cardiff shirt again, if we're completely honest. Yeah. But he's knuckled down. He's working hard. And he's getting better and better every game, I believe. Again, that's my opinion. Obviously, we got Robertson, Turnbull, who can play in our midfield area. I just don't know. I just don't really see Chambers being club captain nailed on in any position at the moment. That's nothing against him. I just think we've got the strength and depth now in that defence and in the midfield. Once we get, players back from injury, I really struggle to see him fitting in anywhere, to be honest.
I think it was a Cheltenham game. I think Bafiko played in the sixth, didn't he? I thought he looked absolutely outstanding. He looks quality in the sixth. I'd say he's ahead of Chambers in that position right now. And it's nothing against Chambers. I just think when you look at Mafiko, Winter stuff, they're a lot more mobile than he is. They get about the pitch a lot easier. I think he'll struggle to get on the pitch a bit more. I thought he would have gone in the summer, I won't lie. I know there was rumours of Wrexham and stuff. I don't know whether there was any truth in that. You'd probably see...
You think his wages would have been a stumbling block for many clubs?
It's a tough one because one, he might have had a salary decrease if relegation happened with us, so he might have lost money. But he could go to a championship club and then be told, if you win promotion, you're going to get another 50% on top. So there's that, or there's ways around it where you can play him like less money, then have higher bonuses or appearances. I don't think he did anything to impress anyone last season. I think we've seen that. Reza said we couldn't keep playing him in centre half. He just couldn't. I think BBM has seen this season you can't play him centre half, and if you're a defender and you can't play in defence, it's probably going to put a lot of clubs off.
Jonathan Howell's going back to free transfers. Dele Alli, I think he's been. I seen something on TalkSport earlier. I think being linked with that small town club down in the SA postcode.
See, I players like this wind me up so much. It's like Ravel Morrison, right? Again, Dele Alli in his back in the day was outstanding with Spurs. Under Poch, he was quality. You could see a massive future. I know there's a lot of bad stuff happened in the past, right? But they just seem to just not care anymore. Like, there was reports coming out from Como that he wasn't training hard enough, he wasn't bothering in training, didn't show up on time. You've got the dream. You live in the dream. Just show some respect, like. I mean, Jadon Sancho? I think he had record amount of fines at door amongst he doesn't go shop and train on time. He goes to United, doesn't go train on time, gets fined every week. Goes to Chelsea, starts doing the same at Chelsea. The attitude of some of these youngsters, they think because they've been paid silly money, they can just do what they want and no care. That's my head. I don't see it. I don't want someone like Dele Alli near the club.
No.
Awful attitude in the training room.
Surprised with this one. I was surprised with this one. Mark McGuinness going to Sheffield United. What's your thoughts on that?
From an owl to a blader. I mean, it's. I again,
he was a fan favourite at Sheffield Wednesday. They wanted to keep him, didn't they? They didn't want us. I think they've done everything they could to try and keep him there. But I wouldn't imagine he's going to be a fan favourite anymore.
He's a tidy centre half, right? Don't get me wrong, he's a tidy centre half. He's got a mistake in him. I don't think he's a Premiership quality centre. I don't think he'll ever be that. I'm surprised he's got a Sheffield United who on paper want to get back to the Premier League. I'm surprised at that. I mean, he didn't set the word right for Luton last year. He didn't set the word right for us.
Bottom of the Championship at the moment, didn't he?
They are bottom right now. I said at the start of the season, Ruben Sellers is not that great of a manager, and they will struggle. But on paper, they want to go back up to the Premier League. I think it's wild. But I'm pretty sure, I think Craig put in the group chat, he played 48 league games for them, which means he's 2 games short from them having to pay us money for appearances. So they've saved money on that now, and then I think we got a sell-on clause. But again, we won't see much. So it's never the case of £10 million. It's always five up front, 2 million if we're a promotion, 2 million after so many appearances, and like Luton did, they sell it before that happens. They haven't got to pay it. Things like that. So I don't know how much we'll see of that sale.
No, that won't be disclosed out loud, I wouldn't imagine either. Mark Cox says he spoke to Matt Baker and players for Newport in work today, spoke about how good our youngsters are playing, shows other teams and players are taking notice what's going on with us.
They don't have a tough time, really.
Yeah.
I said, reading some of the fans' comments of the day, they don't like Hugh Jenkins. They do not like him one bit.
Talking about Welsh clubs and I think Merthyr Tydfil are doing, or Merthyr Town, or whatever they call nowadays. Excuse my ignorance, but they had a good win last night. I think 3-1 away to Macclesfield. Is that Robbie Savage's old team?
Yeah, that's his old side. That is. He's at Forest Green Rovers, isn't he? Again,
fair play to Newport.
Yeah, keep going. It'd be good to know if again a few years time now they might be in the League Two now playing against Newport in that's the South Wales derby, because we'll be Premier League by then. The Swansea will be League Two, but that could be the South Wales derby.
Confidence for Nayakawa and Capaccio both having bids turned away on transfer deadline day, apparently.
And again, that shows the academy's doing something right, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Mark Cox says BBM's very clever. Let the players choose captain. Easier for him to drop as not his choice. Gabriel Osho can cover centre back, right back, and centre defence, central midfield.
Like that's all the positions Chambers covers. And if you've spent money on him, surely he's going to be ahead of Chambers, you think?
Yeah. James says plenty of clubs have had their club captain that don't play. Neville and Vermeulen spring to mind. Gavin Callan, welcome back, buddy. Nice to see you. How's the 1927 club? What's your thoughts on Kellyman taking Keane's place and potentially rocking the boat boys in the squad? It's a difficult one because obviously you got your Cardiff City hat on and you've got your Welsh hat on as well, I suppose. Obviously, it's great that we've got so many Welsh qualified players now coming through the ranks and they're going on to get international honours, which is great. But I think obviously BBM's looking at the bigger picture. He's got a project there to work on and he wants to bring in quality. And now, apparently, I have never seen this Omari Kellyman play. But apparently, he's a really young, exciting prospect. And having someone like that coming into the building is only going to make Ian Ashford work harder, I think.
I don't see him play on the right. I think he'll play on the left. I think he'll he'll cut down his right foot, he will. I think he's an option for the left-hand side rather than the right-hand side, if I'm honest with you. I think the left-hand side we have lacked in a little bit, especially if we're nursing.
He is a left footer as well, isn't he, I believe?
I think he'll play on the left, if I'm honest. I think Isaac might play on the right, or Rashford. But again, it's more competition for that front line. And like I said, it's only going to push everyone else to get better and better.
Yeah, and I think BBM then was quite open and honest. And when he was looking at bringing players in, he said he wanted to bring players in who could play in a variety of positions. So I think he's coming into the squad now with obviously that at the forefront, really. He's going to be able to slot into the different positions because, like we said, Ruben Caldwell's been on fire at the moment, and I don't think he's gonna take some shifting out of his shirt. Really, he's gonna do well to pinch that off him.
Exactly.
Graham says, if we go up, how many players would you think we would need for the championship? Great question. I think it's a bit early doors yet. We've got so many youngsters in the side now. If Dylan Lawler can play 40-odd games, Joel Caldwell the same, I think that experience will be invaluable to them. I think the step up is obviously a big step up to the championship, but I think the physicality of League One will, stand them in good stead, really, and I think it'll give them, the platform they need to make that step up. So it'll be interesting to see, really. I can't see us spending £33 million, mind, like Wrexham have done, going up to the championship.
I think if you do go up, Trott will be a first sign-in. You have to sign him on a permanent deal. I think they'll get a striker in. I think it's probably the last season we see Callum Robinson. And I think we would have to get a striker to compete with Salek from us if you go up. At the minute, though, again, it depends, isn't it? Because you could, in January, there could be a list of players available that BBM could have already dreamt about this window, do you mean? So it all depends who comes available, if they're affordable, if it can get done. Again, because I'm not sure, like Ruben, if you can get a better number 10, you always want better players now. So you always got to see who's available. I think that's all.
At the moment, I don't think there's many better out there at the moment.
I think Craig Bellamy would disagree with that.
Yes, and as we mentioned earlier, I think something's going on behind closed doors, and obviously that's not in the public domain, but that's my personal opinion. As I said earlier, that's nothing that's been said by anybody else other than myself. Just doesn't sit right for me. Jonathan Howells was saying, Si was talking highly of the youngster we signed from Everton, who unfortunately has picked up a knock. I think his name is Matthew Apter. Seems to think he will be involved in the first team squad. And again, another youngster that we picked up and potentially with a view to, play him in the Virtue Cup games as well. It'll be very interesting to see. I think the first game is against Exeter on the 16th, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes for that, really. I would like to think he'd go strong as well, but you never know. James says, I don't think it's fair to put Dele in that bracket. He's gone through a lot and didn't speak out for a long time. That weight would be heavy on your mind. Yeah, agree with that, buddy. But I think he went over to Como. I don't think he played a handful of games over there. I think he got sent off, didn't he, after like 5 or 8 minutes of his first game?
I get that. Like I said, though, he went through a lot, don't get me wrong. But for a period of time, he was one of the best players in British football.
Yeah.
And something's happened since then for that drop in the attitude. And it might be a case of he doesn't love football. Maybe it's that, it's a career for him. You've seen plenty of players like that. Jason Koumas, he was never a lover of football. It was a career for him, wasn't it?
I just think he spent so long out of the game as well with the struggles that he had. And, it is hard. I've been there myself. I haven't played professional football, but I've had my struggles. And it is difficult to, even do the basic of things in your daily life. So, to have them struggles and be a professional footballer as well, I can only sympathise with him.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because something's happened, I think. Because again, you don't become one of the best players in England at such a young age, and then have a drop off like that.
Yeah. And go into Italy, different culture, different language. It's not an easier. You could have gone to perhaps you just wanted to get away from all the media and all the grief that comes with that. But for whatever reason, it haven't worked out for him. Like I said, I think he's available now, whether or not he wants to get back into football. I hope he does, and I hope he goes and, plays at a championship club or I can't see him getting back into the Premier League at the moment. But, I hope he does find the love for the game again, and I hope a club takes a punt on him and he can, get back into playing football. Like you said, he was a great prospect, had his struggles, but just hasn't seemed to come back from it, have he?
And it's sad because I watched the Spurs documentary, and the season before with Poch, Champions League final, again, he was outstanding that season. Poch asks for back in the transfer window, they refuse to back Poch, they sack Poch, bring Mourinho in. And again, there's loads of players who had issues with Mourinho. Danny Rose, left back, he had issues with him. Dele Alli had issues with him. And it's just sad to see that afterwards, because in the show, Mourinho says one day you can look back and go, where's my career gone? Because I didn't do this and this and this. And I just think, was it something that happened that summer? Maybe that switched for him, or I don't know. It's just sad to see, really. But I wouldn't want him at Cardiff. I know someone said jokingly earlier he's a free agent, but I wouldn't want him at Cardiff.
No, I agree. Gavin says, won't it be absolutely class going back to the Championship with this team and manager waiting for the 2 Welsh derbies with so much confidence? It would be good, but every South Wales derby I've been to never fills me with confidence. I'm always shitting bricks. I don't know how you feel. It's just, form goes out to the window, doesn't it? And it's just who wants it more. And let's be fair, I know we've had the last couple of results probably going our way, but before that, a couple of years before that, the double-double or all that shit, they were doing the number on us, but they turned up and wanted it more than what we did, and that's a frustrating thing. But I think our youngsters would be a different animal out there now. But to be fair,
it's the one game I don't enjoy. I know we won 3-0 last time, right? And even at 3-0, 90th minute on the clock, I can't enjoy it until the referees blow the final whistle. I can't enjoy it. Once it's over, it's not even enjoyment. Once it's over, it's just a massive amount of relief at the system we've won. That it just drains me. And it's nice beating them, but I absolutely hate the derby days. It just kills me.
Yeah. A couple of comments there about Kellyman saying that he can play the front 3 positions. Apparently, it's been mentioned that he's been signed to play on the left. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's good that we've got that option, and he's flexible, and he can play in a variety of positions.
Exactly.
If he plays the right, it's a bonus. JT's got a good one. Who would win in a fight, Ruben or Bellamy?
Oh, it's easy, that is. Ruben. The moment someone touches him, Joe will come through the back of him, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a feisty little bugger, mind Bellamy, in fairness to him, isn't he?
Yeah, I wouldn't like to mess with it. Well, I've read a few stories where other players have a scrap with him and stuff. I wouldn't like to square up to him.
I wouldn't mind squaring up to him, but he's it's difficult at the moment because we've got our Cardiff City hats on. Welsh thing, you can't knock the job he's done. He's come in, he's kind of re-galvanized everybody. Standards are through the roof, and the results and the performances are speaking for themselves at the moment. So we can't knock him for that. What I've been disappointed with is just the way you spoke about Ruben, and I don't know, I just don't get it.
It's the double standards, isn't it? I want to see it consistently, but I'll also pick players who are playing. I want this, but then I'm not going to... Again, Joe was been outstanding. I'll pick this player who's, no offence, Josh Sheehan, a decent player in League One, did a fantastic job out done. But then why isn't Joe being picked as well? Because again, if you pick someone like that, Joe's playing in the best side of the league right now. He's putting some top performances in as well. Like, it's great to see Capaccio get a call up. I'm landed for him, right? And he fully deserves it. Same as Lawler. But again, it's just the double standards to me. And I understand, you can play Brennan Johnson on the 10 if you want, or play him wide. You play Harry Wilson there. You can play David Brooks there. But again, just call him to the squad. Get him training with some of these Premier League players. It'll only make him a better player.
Yeah. With the players that Cardiff have had called up to the first team, then Dylan Lawler, Capaccio, Joel, that's the 3, innit?
Yeah, well, I know because Joel's got up now. There's 3 of them. Yeah.
Do you see any of them playing a part in the game, or are they there being in around the squad? What's your thoughts?
I see Capaccio playing for Monster.
Yeah,
I think we know Bellamy's a big fan of him. I think it's a good test for him as well. Nothing is Kazakhstan, but you've seen Bellamy play in North Macedonia and play a side that you'd consider a second string side, no offence. I think he'll play Capaccio, and rightly so. I think he's earned the right to play there. I'm not a huge fan of Connor Roberts. I don't think he's that great of a right back. I think, it's...
You can grow a moustache, mind.
I suppose as much as he can grow. But, I don't think he's... Well, I think Kapaka's got more potential than Roberts, and I like to see him get some minutes. If you win it 3-4-0, I would love to see Dele Alli come on and get minutes, and Joel. But I think they'll be a bit part players, but Kapaka will start.
Be interesting. We shall find out tomorrow. Will the side be named tomorrow, I would imagine?
Yeah, well, before the game, I think it'll be... Well, before we'll probably see it.
Yeah. Lee Chan says, it's a big if, but if we go up, will this team be the youngest team to get promoted? That's a good one for the statisticians. Jonathan Mordecai would probably be all over that. Now he'll do some research, but got to be up there, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's a very young squad and brilliant, though.
Yeah. Gavin says, I think BBM has told Bellamy that Ruben is injured after not being picked from the start and to travel halfway around the world for a game. BBM is doing a classic Alex Ferguson. Robert Hughes, good evening, my friend. I can't see NG fitting into this young squad. He will be a part player. I didn't like his body language last season, but he might fit in to BBM's plans somewhere. Again, I think he's a player who's versatile, if that's the correct word. He can play in a variety of positions. I don't see him getting in front of Capaccio at the moment, the way he's playing. So I think until Ronan Capaccio picks up an injury or suspension, because I think he had a yellow card or two, I think he's going to struggle to knock him off his perch as well.
I agree. There's going to be games, obviously, when he play away from home, where he's not going to want the full-backs bombing forward. And that'll be the game for NG. But while we're playing with attacking full-backs, NG won't fit in. And that's something it's tip. You just haven't got the legs to get up and down like Capaccio have. We see the last year. NG will go forward. The ball will be played in behind him, and he'd struggle to get back in time. And it just have big gaps in it. And again, I think it's them. I just think K-Pack is the kind of player that BBM wants, and you can see there's a big difference there. But that's not to say NG hasn't got a part to play. He will play some games. You'll probably see him move on in January, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. Macanesh says, is there any scenario where we can recall Simic? Jonathan says, no, Simic went with a buy option. James Pearson says, I think Simic is over. I watched their last game and he had little impact. He did score the game before, though.
Just another one of the amazing signings the club has made for the manager. Tosunoda, gone out there, he played first half football and he's out injured for the season or something, I think, right of the day. Yeah. Simic, another player they've got and bought, didn't work out. I mean, it's just happening all the time now. The club is signing players for managers and they're just not good enough. It's shocking decision-making.
Yeah. Shout out to Des Bluebird. Thank you very much. Joined and become a member this evening. Thank you very much, my friend. He's joined via the YouTube channel. Thank you very much, sir. As we mentioned earlier, if you do want to become a member of Cardiff City World, you can do it in two ways. You can go through the Cardiff City World YouTube channel, or you can scan the QR code in the top corner. That does take you through to the Ace Podcast Nation Patreon channel, and you can join via that way as well. So any support you're able to give is ideal. It helps support the channel. Si's able to keep producing content then 7 days a week, and keeps the lights on and keeps us ticking over. So thank you, Des. Welcome to the Madhouse, buddy. Right, let's keep going. Jonathan Howell says, is Bella's still got a bit of resentment of the way he was treated at Cardiff when managing the youngsters? He would, with my professional head on, John, I would like to think no, but I'm not convinced.
I wouldn't say so, because again, when he was talking about Capaccio and stuff, and I called him up, he brought him to the training camp he had as well a few months back. I don't think it's a case of that. It might sound personal. He might not like, Ruben. He might not think he said the live didn't he? He doesn't see him as a 10. He sees him as a 6 or an 8. And maybe it's that. He's trying to stick to his guns and not play him as a 10. And thinks I'm overloaded in the 6 and the 8. I just don't know. But I don't think he's resented the car. I don't think he resents Cardiff. I think he resents the board and above, if anything.
Yeah, 100%. Lots of people saying, welcome, Des. Welcome, Des. Again, thank you very much for your support, buddy.
Yep. Welcome to the group.
Graham says, to be fair, I can see why Colwell not been picked. Jess Fishlock made the number 10 shirt her own. Good, great. Paul says, welcome to Des. Graham says, welcome to Des. James Pearson agreed Roberts' days are over. Hopefully Capaccio starts. I suppose they're both completely opposites at the moment. The one's coming towards the end of his career, and obviously Ronan's hit the ground running right at the beginning of his career, really. They're completely tail ends in there, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think if you look, Nico Williams bombs forward at the full-back, under Bellamy stuff. He's got the same on the right-hand side, the full-back bombing forward, the pace and getting down the pitch. Roberts like NG, hasn't got that ability to get up and down like he has. There'll be games where he's needed, but I'd be surprised if Capaccio isn't starting, if I'm honest, though.
Do you think this will play any part in selection and the way we want to try and play tomorrow, with it being an artificial pitch?
This is my worry, this is. Players get injured on pitches like this, and I have a concern about it. I'm not going to lie. I don't agree this should be artificial. I think all pitches should be the same. Should be grass. But I don't know. I am concerned about it. I won't lie.
Yeah. I can't believe Jeff Dela Cruz is putting bets in it, the bets against Wales.
Borat's go first.
Yeah. On that point, we have got a little video to play, courtesy of the boss man, if I can find it. So bear with us. We will be back after this short little video.
This episode of Cardiff City World is brought to you by Coral, the proud sponsor of the TalkSport Fan Network, here for all kinds of fans. For the armchair experts, whether you're constantly negative, overly positive, or maybe even the instant over-the-top reaction social media guy or girl. For the football fashionistas still clinging to the legendary terrace fashion of yesteryear, or the best retro gear from Michael Thorne. The nostalgia merchants dreaming of the old lady Ninian Park, or still celebrating Campbell's goal in the Millennium Stadium. Whatever kind of fan you are, with Coral's free-to-play reward shaker with a guaranteed daily reward or offer throughout the season, simply shake your phone to win. Over 18s only, maximum one reward or offer per player per day, 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Reward restrictions and requirements and other T's and C's apply. For more information on safer gambling, visit gambleaware.org.
And we are back. Right, 10 minutes to go, guys. We'll continue working through the comments. Des, thank you very much for joining tonight. If you do want to become a member of the WhatsApp group, mate, Reese, have you got the email there? Let me have a little look for it, and I'll type it in. Or do you know what it is?
I'm not so sure.
No, you're fucking hopeless, man.
There's like 3 of them, seeing it.
Apparently, as well, we are 6 subscribers short of 2,000. Make sure, guys, everybody who's tuned in tonight, if you can subscribe, share, would be much appreciated. Simon's been busting to hit over the 2,000 subscribers mark. The channel's going from strength to strength, and that's credit to Si and all the guys who are part of the team. We all do it because we love and we're passionate about Cardiff City. And I think me and Reese got into it really because Si done so much for us during COVID, and it was just a bit of a way of giving back. But yeah, if you can share, it'll be much appreciated. I'm going to put the email in here now. Ace Podcast Stream. If anybody's watching tonight, any members, and they want to join the WhatsApp group, send an email to acepodcaststream@gmail.com. I'll pick that up. Send me a number, and I will get you added into the WhatsApp group. Right, let's have a look at a couple more of the comments before we finish. Where are we to? What Cymru? Cian Ashford has gone off the boil. I would disagree with that slightly. I think he took a while to get into the game on Saturday, but I think he's performing as well as he has done for me. I don't know what your thoughts are, Reece.
I think other players have stepped up to the mark that we've noticed them more than him, that's all. I don't think he's not doing it. I just think, when was the last time we've seen Willock play this good? When's the last time we've seen Ruben have this kind of impact? I think we're so focused on other players impressed us right now. We've just not paid much attention to him at all. Again, he might have 1 or 2 games where he needs a rest, maybe. And he'll be back to normal. So it could be a few things. But I don't think he's gone off the boil that much, if I'm honest with you.
No. But again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Jamie says maybe NG goes in January.
I think so, if I'm honest with you.
I don't know. Again, because of his versatility, I'm happy to keep him there. But, am I going back to rewarding him then for his, the 2 seasons where he had Player of the Year on the bounce? I think he'd be open and honest himself and probably say that, his performances over the last 18, 24 months have probably haven't been the greatest. But, he's been out injured. He's come off the bench a couple of times now, hasn't he? And he started did he start the Cheltenham Cup game?
Hang on, I think Sai's put him a comment. That's the wrong email.
Well, what's he on about then?
It says, that's wrong email.
That's not it's the email I have.
I'm not sure. If Sai's watching, just check his email in.
Podcast.
You can check it.
My bad. Let me do it again. Ace Pod Stream.
Oh, yeah. Becky's put it in.
Nice to see that the bosses are watching. I was just testing them just to make sure they were on the ball. And, well done, guys. You passed the test.
They had the number 1 show, so they got to check in to see what we're doing for.
Well, yeah, they got to take it. Tips and pointers. We're all here to help each other out. Jamie says, no one's had a crappy game, really. League One was the masterstroke needed. Staying up, in hindsight, was outdated. Have been an expensive nightmare with us all rage, baiting and hating the situation.
Yeah, it's just, again, if we stayed up, it would have been a case of another season of mismanagement in the dire hopes of throwing cash at a problem to stay up and avoid relegation. This relegation should never be the answer. The fact that it's come to this for it to work for us now shows how bad the club has been run, and probably still has been run poorly upstairs. But while BBM's doing his job, just focus on him. Forget those above him.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. Jamie says Cardiff players getting injured would be a disaster right now on international duty. Luckily, they've learned one-touch football on how to find space rather than getting clattered.
One thing I've noticed as well is we're no longer passing ball into feet. We put a ball into space and we're getting runners onto the ball. And it's just killing teams, honestly. Putting the ball into space, putting legs out wide as well, it's killing teams. It is. It's something we haven't done for so long.
Jeff says, the best thing I ever did was to become a member. The WhatsApp group is quality.
I mean, well, you put your phone down for 5 minutes, you come back, 500 messages.
Yeah, it is. It can get a bit busy. Mark Cox agrees. Gang 1, the colour blue is on the way. Ace Podcast Nation says that's the wrong email. Becky has put the right one up. I think I put it up as well after. But that's the right email. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, send your mobile number over to that email address and I'll get you added to that. Thank you very much. The queen of the operation, Miss Becky Willis. Nigel Blue says, current fact, 7 wins and a draw in 8 league and cup games means BBM has made the best start of any manager in Cardiff City history. I just love him already. I think I loved him even more after he held the Sol Bamba scarf up on the weekend. I didn't realise until I heard his press conference that his wife was quite close to Sol Bamba's widow then, Chloe. I just thought it was a great touch. Obviously, Ruben started it, didn't he? Again, doing his captain's duty. But yeah, what a legend. But then going back to Saturday, and I think we mentioned it on Saturday night. Well, I'm 100% sure we did. But the reception he got was incredible, wasn't it? And even the Plymouth fans, all 3,000 of them were on their feet clapping as well, and that was a touch of class from them as well.
Again, Sol's a massive character in football. What a guy! I think it was a Hibs fan. I think I seen a Hibs fan post something about him. So in Scotland, they were talking about doing messages of support for him, or teams in England would make a message of support. What a gentleman he was! Like, it's gutted to lose characters like that.
Jonathan says Salak is still creating space for others. Opponents know his threat and double up on him or foul him, allowing others time and space. May not be scoring, but he's having an impact. 100% hit the nail on the head there for me. He's getting battered and pulled from pillar to post. He's probably I think you can see that he's getting frustrated in himself that he's not scoring. But Jonathan, like you said, he's hit the nail on the head there. He's creating space and other people are scoring. He will score goals. But at the moment...
Again, if you're not scoring goals, you do everything else. You drag defenders out of position, you give them something to worry about, you create space for others, you hold the ball up. I think on Saturday, he won the ball back, held it up, won a corner for us. It's things like that. It's your overall playing, you find positions. The goals will come, and even if they don't come, what he's doing, he's sacrificing goals himself there for others to get goals. And that's something we've lacked for so long. Well, last season, it was all on him and Callum Robinson. I suppose others had it put more pressure on him. While others are scoring, it takes the pressure off him a bit more. Obviously, as a striker, you want to score goals. That's what you judge yourself on. But I think as fans can see everything else he's doing, I think we can appreciate that. And people not going to be moaning, he's not scored again. I think we can all appreciate what he's offering to the team.
Yeah, no, agree. Mark Cox says, Reece, is the other side of your flag, has it got stars and stripes in honour of your favourite player? USA's finest keeper.
No, my USA flag's above my bed. I like to look at it every night before I go to sleep. I remember all the times the Horvath give me nightmares.
If he'd saved the goals from the Jacks against Sheffield Wednesday on the weekend, he probably would have had his stars and stripes flag out, I think.
He's not going to save anything. What a difference Trot is all compared to
unbelievable.
What he is like. It's again Plymouth on Saturday. I think the first real chance they had was 70 minutes in the game. He pulls out another top save. The concentration levels, the best keepers in the world, they all say the same thing tonight. Is the concentration levels they have, and we've got one now. You can do it. Like his reflexes are brilliant as well.
Yeah. Howell says, is there any news on a test for Rolls? Be disappointed if we allow him to go without any recognition. Done the same with Wits. Get something organised, City.
So, but by that, I know Kevin Norton had one, and it turns out the club didn't even do nothing for it. Someone else tried organising it. I went to the club afterwards, and the club agreed. So the club are pretty poor when it comes to organising testimonials. So I won't be surprised if it's something someone outside the club has to organise for him. But again, he deserves one, let's be honest.
Yeah, 100% agree. What Cumry says, good points about Kian. He's a good player, just seemed to give the ball away a bit in the last game. He's only going to get better and better. Yeah, he's still a young lad, isn't he? He's still, but he's been called up to the under-21s, I believe, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So
Go on. As I said, I don't mind if he gives the ball away because he tries and tries again. Whereas previous years, we've seen Josh Bowler get the ball, lose it once, that's it then. As soon as he gets it, he's just giving it away, passing away. Doesn't want the responsibility. I don't mind a player who's young, takes responsibility of carrying the ball. If he loses it, he'll try again and again and again. I don't mind that. It's that determination. And again, even if he beats his man once, 1 in 10, that one time he might get a goal from it or assist from it. So he'll get better as well. I just think others have stepped up to the point now where we're noticing them more than Keane us all.
A couple of people talking about BBM's Cork accent. He does speak very fast, and he is like you can fast forward your voice notes on WhatsApp, and it's as if you've done that when he's speaking. But I could listen to him talk all night. To be honest, I love it. Paul says, Matt and Reece, when we got relegated, Vincent Tan put out a statement about coming to the City games when permitted to. Would you welcome him or boo him?
I wouldn't fucking welcome him. But it's one of those where if you're it's one of those for me. If you're booing, the players will probably think you're booing at them. If you show him no recognition, if you totally blank him, that's probably a dishonour thing where he is from. So that's probably the best thing to do, just totally blank him, pay him no attention. Again,
I'm on the fence as well. I am with him. I know the club's not been run right, and it's largely down to him being the owner. But I'd look at it as well and think we wouldn't have had the success we've had over the last. I know the last couple of years have been dire, but prior to that, the Premier League visits, we wouldn't have had that if he hadn't come in and kind of bailed us out of the shit that we were in. And the money he's invested in the academy. The training facilities and things, it's a difficult one, isn't it?
It's one of those, right? A lot of people said he was unhappy that the fans were praising Malky and not him. If you want to boo him, just chant BBM's Barmy Army for 90 minutes. Just show all the love you can to the manager. That'll make him jealous, and anything. That'll just wind him up. So show support to the team. Fuck ownership.
Jamie says, have Luton signed good players? Will we have competition?
I'm not impressed with them so far. I won't lie. I just don't seem impressed with them. They look like they've got the relegation hangover. They're grinding out results rather than actually put performances in for me.
They've signed this chap again, haven't they? Ali Al-Hamadi. Was he linked to Saido a video on him previously?
Yeah. But again, I mean, it's one of those where I don't think they create enough chances for him. They don't look impressive for me. It might just be a while for they click or something. But if I'm looking at our transfers, I'm looking at the.
Yeah. Jamie says Tan made the academy. It was his baby, even though he's a bit of a nutter. Des says, I look at Tan. If you look at Wednesday, Morecambe, he keeps the club afloat. Yeah, and I think I'm just in the situation where I appreciate that so many clubs are, in a worse, much worse position than we are. So let's just enjoy the positivity that's around the club at the moment and kind of put everything else to the side, and let's just enjoy what's happening on the pitch and let what's happening behind closed doors kind of take care of itself type of thing when we, keep performing on the pitch. No doubt later on in the season, things will come back up again, but I think we'll cross our bridge when we can come to it. Yeah. Can you imagine Tan trying to understand BBM on a conference call?
That's why you hired him, probably. He thinks he's playing Barry, Brian, and Murphy. He's only playing one day, though.
You could always do the Poznan to Tan. And Jonathan says last season, Sai done a video on Al-Hamadi. Right, guys, we're coming towards the end. Thank you very much all for tuning in. Very much appreciated. Like I said, if you can, share and subscribe. Hit that button on YouTube. It'd be much appreciated for us. It'd be great if we could hit that 2,000 subscribers this evening. So if you've got a spare mobile phone, create another YouTube account. Get it up to 2,000. Tell all your friends and your family. And yeah, as always, your support is massively appreciated. Obviously, the Wales game is on tomorrow. I think Evan's back tomorrow evening. Sai's back on Friday, I believe. I believe me and Reese are back on Saturday evening, mate. Should we do a quiz on Saturday night, Bet?
Do a quiz show, front. Do something Cardiff related.
We'll do a quiz Cardiff related, and yeah, we'll have a Saturday night quiz night, I think. And obviously everybody in the chat, you can get involved as well. They normally go down pretty well. So we'll do that Saturday night. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Very much appreciated. Always value and love your support. No star power. Diolch yn fawr.
Up the Bluebirds.
Rascal Beats.
For your Caesar. Cardiff City, right with me for your Caesar.